come close. What are some of your reflections on today's match?
Yeah, obviously disappointing not to get over the line, but I think the really positive thing is we're seeing some good signs from our whole squad over here. So obviously I thought Sophie batted tonight was excellent, and I thought Breezy again with the ball, she's been really great. So yeah, obviously disappointing not to get the result, but I think there's some good signs in the camp, and really looking forward to our first game against Australia.
Yeah, and 49 not out for you, just shy of 50. You also batted really well out there. How did you feel out there personally?
Yeah, I felt good at times. I would have liked to probably be a bit quicker towards the end, but it's been nice to have some time in the middle in these conditions, obviously, before we play our first proper match. So yeah, nice to have a few runs on the board.
Yeah, the conditions were tricky earlier. We were on and off quite a lot with rain. I guess how much does that kind of affect the flow of an innings? Does it make it tricky when you're batting and then they're reducing the overs, etc.?
Yeah, I think when you're coming on and off for rain, it does make it a little bit tricky to get the momentum going in the batting innings. But I thought it was really pleasing how our batters switched on and off at different times. I thought particularly Sophie as well. She held her composure throughout her innings, and it makes the wicket a little bit trickier, but I thought we adapted pretty well.
And what were the conversations like at the innings break, and how you guys wanted to take on that second innings?
Yeah, it was about trying to take wickets early, and we knew that the wicket might get a little bit flatter, but I thought our bowlers did a pretty good job. Obviously they put a big partnership together through the middle, and it was just about trying to hang tight and put some pressure on. I thought we did that at times. Look, there's certainly areas of our game that we can improve on, but I thought it was a good outing.
And you mentioned Bree before. How pleasing is it to have a youngster like her coming up through the ranks, and are you excited to see how she goes this World Cup?
Yeah, Bree's immensely talented. We've seen over the last couple of domestic seasons, she's been fantastic for Auckland. So it's been so great to see her come into this environment. She's bowling really well and has lots of confidence. So really excited to see how she goes this World Cup.
And now our warm-up matches are wrapped up. We head to indoor tomorrow. I guess what has been the messaging from the coaches on what they wanted you to take away from these warm-up matches?
Yeah, obviously, while it's disappointing not to get the results we were after in these warm-up matches, it's more around for us as players refining our game plans and making sure tactically that we're sort of heading in the right direction heading into Australia. And I think that's been the pleasing thing. We've had different people contributing over the last couple of games and finding out more information about playing over here, and I think we've had lots of people have time in the middle, so that's invaluable, I guess, heading into that game against Australia.
Yeah, lastly, Australia obviously defending champs. We know they're going to be tricky, but you know that you are physically prepared. I guess, how do you mentally prepare for a match like that? Is there a big importance on not getting too caught up in the challenge of taking on Aussie?
Yeah, obviously Australia have set the benchmark, I think, globally in women's cricket for the past decade, I'd say, but at the end of the day it's a one-off match, and we know that we've got match winners on our side, and we've just got to turn up and play well, and I really think we can do that. So for us it's just about preparing as well as we can over the next few days and getting ready to take on a really strong Australian side.